Yes.
That
Ujojo.
Tieka that.
Tieka.
Yeah.
Utsolobe Ndonga.
Tsotsobe ndonga.
Umbizana.
Yebo, tata.
Usport Nomsebenzi.
Oh, chaza.
Yes. Ntombi kaToto Tsotsobe.
Yeah.
I can say you are a boy.
Yeah.
Because when you grew up, people were saying that you are a tomboy. Is
Eh,
it correct?
bakalo.
Is it correct to say so?
I think ngiseyiyo tata yeke ichopsi nezinye izinto ne makeup.
Because I saw you wearing high
High heels.
heels. And I said, what happened to the tomboy in you?
Tata ndiseyiyo.
Huh?
Ndiseyiyo ngisafighta nangoku.
And then your energy levels?
Hayi ziko on top ziko steroids kaloku. Has on steroids. Hayi tata ndiseyiyo tomboy asoze ndiphendiyeke
Is it because you grew up with two boys?
And tata ndaphinda like utata I think ukukhula kwethu wayinalantu bana umuntu makazifayithele
Yeah.
kusemhlabeni apha.
Yes.
And I think la mindset izangiphinde change ndaqonda ba okay ke this is it and
Yeah.
ndaphinda ndadlala irugby
Irugby.
physical sport.
Yeah.
Bensanda kutsho ngoku off end sithi bana hey ku netball phe emsebenzini sidlala netball and then for some reason sibone ndinqquba abantu and kuthiwe hey Nomsebenzi
Rugby brain.
contact.
Yeah.
Ndikhona contact. Oh no, akucontact kwi netball.
Yeah.
So uyayipenalize le contact. Kanti rugby ni vice versa.
So you
Uyamcontact.
You cannot push.
No.
You must hold all the time.
And umuntu umnika space.
Space,
Akho space erugby.
Yeah.
Kufuneka bephezulu komuntu erugby. Fake igxalaba.
But then the irony in all of this, I'll go back again. The irony in all of this, you are a model.
Yeah.
How come a model bounces people? You are a tomboy, you play rugby, and then you are a model. What's happening?
I don't know. I think more of me ubu feminine bonanza banabo.
Yes.
That and then I separate ubu tomboy because I need to be strong.
Yeah.
And then again, I like fashion. I like to
Wow.
be beautiful.
Yeah.
I want to embrace myself now and again.
Yes.
So you will find me modeling, ramp and all of that. To come to think about it, Michelle Brown at some point, we had a show. We were supposed to go to Paris. So in the EP rugby match, Southwestern District. So SWD. So to Michelle Nomse, can you please not have Ilanduka scar? Daddy Michelle. You don't say that.
Impossible.
You don't say that before a game.
Yeah.
Dabuya pandineska. So we had to do ilanduka
Makeup.
makeup, foundation and all of that. But it was my life.
I think your mom also, you follow after your mom.
Yes.
Your mom was a Miss Kwazakele High, Miss
Miss
Miss something.
Yes,
So
Miss Soweto.
you would say
yes,
so.
Yes. And but andithathanga la quietness yakhe, that
Yes.
calmness and all of that. No, andithathanga lando.
Yeah.
And ndingathi beauty, yes. But I think ulanga took over indaba ye calmness yabo kamama, but mna andinayo nalanto tata kuthiwe utwana be the bigger person.
Yeah.
Hayi andikho bigger person. Ndithetha ngolahlo bililo and kufuneka sisote ngela xesha into. Andinguyu bigger person.
It's Langa and you are in the middle,
Yes.
and then Ulonwabo. So you are part of the sandwich. How was it growing up with boys?
Yo. Tata, uba usakhumbula when utata wayesaphila, sasithanda kuye at Cox Stadium okanye eDenqeqe. So ngalama xesha sasisebancinci singayazi singeka narrate like ube siyaphi okanye sithini. So sakhula ke ngoku tata passed on obviously. So sahlala nomama. So ngoku sisemaxaki, I was doing netball. Ulanga was doing rugby. Lonwabo was doing cricket. So umama ke ngoku bamna ndine match. Uyayazi into bangabana uzawubukela ifirst half yam ye match and then aye kulanga because she needs to satisfy ulanga and then cricket takes her all day and usually yayithanda on a Sunday. So she gets to spend more time kulonwabo on this. Yes. So in between ke ngoku into yesixabanisa yayi-TV because i-TV yayi-1. So sifumanisa into bana hey ingathi cricket iyathandwa kakhulu apha more than anything. I mean irugby ithandwa kakhulu so ku-accommodate ulanga. Obviously ndandingabukela netball because kwangekho netball ingakho ise-TV. But ndandifumanisa into bana sasixabana ngento ezininzi. Umama she's a single parent. Kufuneke kuthengwe ii-cocks. ulonwabo langizafumana i-goals because he's an elder. Ulonwabo ufuna i-bat, ufuna this, ulonwabo was expensive. Mna ndiyi-netball player nje, akho ndibitheni na. And then I started playing for EP. EP now ifuna imali kule netball. Wathi mama, sisi andiyazi uzawukwenza njani na because akho mali. Then I started ke ngoku okay, mandiye kule nto kalanga. Engathi ndayithanda le nto kalanga. Irugby.
Yes.
Ndahamba nolanga. And ke ukuya kwi-rugby tata yayimbini yayinto bana didikwa nayo le nto ba umama xa ebuye emsebenzini iitshomi zakhe ziye phaa kuye ziyomndwendwela and then funeka ndenze iti ngaba-4 naba-5 ndaqoba mandihambe apha ngeli xesha because at the time ka-4 and 5 it was for us to go to a practicing, so it was okay for me to go a practicing. I-excuse yami yayinto yobana I just want to go to a practice. Kwakutata uthobile Dunjwa ke at that time emane sibona ke phaa ibona hayi man Nomsebenzi, she's got speed, Nomsebenzi, she's got balls, ball skills and stuff. What utata Dunjwa Nomsako ifuna udlala irugby, ndake I can try. So tackling, running, and then that's how I started. And then I just call up the friends of netball, say guys, how about we start this? And
started Hilltop,
and then it was then Umama was introduced as a rugby as a coordinator, and then she introduced it to Hilltop and then it all started there, and then I never looked back.
When I put my finger in my mouth, what do you recall?
When I get to coffee cigarettes, I don't know nobanga bana ndingathi ndayeka because I don't think ndayeka ncam. Umuntu endimazi owayeka yingulonwabo.
So you were a thumb sucking.
Yes. I think I still am.
Religiously.
And in most times it's when I want to have my deep thoughts.
Yeah, you put your thumb.
Yes, and that's one thing. I don't have much friends because I didn't want to be disturbed in that moment. Utata wayethanda undibetha great care for that. Wayesithi ndizawunyaba. And then he ended up understanding, but okay, mntanam she's sucking her thumb, masiyeke masiyicacile. And then kwathi gqi lonwabo did the same thing. Wathi utata hayi khona ne soze yenzekile. So generally wayicinga uba ngabana umuntu osakha itham yakhe ngumuntu ozawunyaba. But I was totally different from that because I was never that kind of a person onyabileyo.
Thumb suckers people, there's this urban legend.
Yes.
Good thumb suckers are clever people. Are you a clever person?
Smart at that, I'm not clever. I'm a very smart person. I use my energy in positive circumstances. I think, and I initiative yami, it's always been helping, listening better, and not always be there khawuleza ndithethe without thinking bangabana izaphuma njani and all of that. But ubuclever funeka encwadini and all of that. I think ndine diploma in financial management, and I didn't want to go further. I'm not saying education is not important, but I felt sport for me was the way to go. And I'm happy for the fact that ndachoza sona. Yes. And why rugby more than in netball and basketball and athletics? Because danzenza zonke. I just wanted something.
Just like your father.
Yeah, I just wanted something that is going to bring closure and close to my father. And I knew by rugby would be that.
Your father and your mother gave you a beautiful name, Ucebisa.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, that yes. You're putting me on a spot.
When somebody says to you, Ucebisa, you know that person knows you. It's your dad and your mom.
That was actually my dad's name. I don't know why, but umama wathi yena when she gave birth to me, umama katata, umakhulu wami, ukholiwe wathi ndingu Agnes.
Yes. And you still have that name.
Yes. Agnes, and I said to Mama, yes, Mama, how difficult it is. First of all, you name me Nomsebenzi.
Yes.
It's 10 words, alphabets, 10. Now I'm at sub A, sub B. I'm struggling to write, because remember at that time,
Nomsebenzi,
so you need to
the long one.
Yeah, you need to write elakamalonger in order for you upass uye kosinye. Abanye abantwana bayazi loo nto leyo. Now, mna kunzima uphuma paka A, because kaloku umninzi lo 10 names ulapha. And then after that, Agnes, Then I go to St. Thomas and everyone, because I was good at basketball.
Yeah.
And then, Eggy. And then I bumped to my other lady after 20 years.
Yeah.
She says, Eggy. And I'm thinking to myself,
Who's that?
she's not going to tell me about Usatin Agnes Nango. And I look around and said, yeah, you are Agnes Kaluxisi. Not because Upume TV,
Yeah.
Agnes.
Yeah.
So yeah, they name you Nomsebenzi. Agnes is it's a Bible, taken from a Bible. And I'm just very grateful because la Nomsebenzi, no work, it's what I do.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, the names, ne? Your
no,
parents
Cebisa.
gave you. Your parents, yes, Tsotsobe is very nice. But also, if you look at your mom's name,
Nomgqibelo.
you know, beautiful name.
Nomgqibelo.
Nomgqibelo means Saturday.
Saturday.
You know,
Yes.
it's got a meaning.
Saturday we are working Nomsebenzi.
Nomsebenzi, Saturday.
Yes.
And then after that, the eldest in the household, Langa Libalele, Langa, beautiful names, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's in the middle is you, Nomsebenzi, and then the last one, Sonwabile, Lonwabo, and they were tired,
Yeah.
and they said Sonwabile, we were resting. We don't want any other child.
No.
How beautiful is
No.
that?
When I was growing up, that months into man, ingathi ndim lo man unegama elinzima apha. And then I grew to love uCebisa because when I ask about uCebisa, utata wathi bangabana when he saw uLanga wabona ulonwabo waqonda bangabana somehow lo umntana uzawucebisa the two brothers.
Yes.
And that's what I do.
Yes.
But when you're young, you don't know those things. But as you grow up,
Yes.
and then you actually see bangabana Shem, abazali bam, they didn't fail me anyhow because this is what I do now.
Yes.
Yeah. Ulonwabo ke ngulonwabe and usonwaba nangoku.
Yeah.
Akhondo unomxela ngolonwabo ngayo. Ulonwabo ngulonwabo
He's up and about.
ulandele igama lakhe.
Ulandele langa.
Ulandele igama lakhe naye. Akho mntu ubhekele egameni lakhe.
Yeah.
No.
Wow, yeah. You are a trailblazer,
Yeah, Dad.
you know, and you were the first captain of the Springboks. Females.
Yeah.
Something unprecedented. Nobody knew.
No.
Then Uguti now will be in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Then it was just, you know, something small into encinci nje enziwayo, umlumiso for you guys to play, which means it was huge. When you became the first captain, I'm going to ask you about other things. When you became the first captain, you know, knowing fully well, Guti, you are carrying on your shoulders the whole country and the continent. How did you feel?
We going back
Was
to
it an
2000
emotional journey
we're going
or
back to
fulfillment?
2002. We're going back to 2002 because when this was announced again, I was here in PE doing a modeling show. So Mr. Puzi calls me and say, Noms, you are going to be the captain of the team. So for me, generally, okay, that's fine because I'm already a captain for the Eastern Province team. So I don't see a big deal. I flew back to Joburg because we had a training camp.
A camp.
And Utatupu sat me down to say, Noms, do you understand what this role means? You're the national captain.
Yeah.
And at that time, like the second day, calls were like, I get more calls. I get to do interviews. I get to be sponsored by Nike, Canterbury, and all of that. But Dada, it didn't get into me to actually be in a moment to say, Nomsebenzi, you have made history. You are the...
Yeah.
No. It was not. Up until I played the first test match for the country against Wales,
Wales, yes.
2004 at Cox Stadium. Then only it dawned on me to say, hey, I Nomsebenzi, you actually did make your father proud, because that for me was actually... It touched me a lot, more especially because we sang Ungosi Sikelele Africa for the first time. We wore green and gold for the first time. And remember, 2001, 2002, we were wearing blue, navy and blue. We were called Springbok 15 and all of that. And officially, it started
Things changed.
change, and there were so many people at Cox Stadium.
I was there.
And if we say where I come from, they were there.
Kids,
The
yeah.
kids. And when I sang that, and I remembered my father, and I was like, wow.
You used to play there, your father.
Yes,
You used
that's
to
what
play
I
there. You used
thought
to play
about.
there at
And I
Cox.
said, I'm making him proud. This is what I wanted. And then I think there and then that was a closure. That I was saying, Bangabana Nomsebenzi, you've done it. There's nothing else now you need to cry about. As much as it's like I was robbed of him, because there were so many things that I wanted him to do for me, like fight for me some other battles that I can't fight. But down the line, when we were done about that game, and then I was called to do a press conference and all of that, my CEO, because I started a job at Department of Health at that time, Mr. Zitumane said to me, "You spoke so well." And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, because I come to Tata benga phambili othi funa kuyenza ngohlobo.
I don't have a mentor.
No
or
one.
You
No
were
one.
the first.
Sifuneka siyenzile.
Yes.
Mama sat me down esithi ke ngokubangabana, now you need to know what you're doing all the time. You need to be alert.
And watch your mouth.
Yeah, you need to be alert. And then I knew bangabana, okay, this is a real deal. And then I never looked back. That I took everything serious, because kukho abantu abazanjonga, kukho abantu abazanlandela, kukho abantu abazawugxeka. So I need to be alert nyan. So for me, it only dawned when after I played.
Wow. Your father, unsung hero, superstar, brilliant wing, Dr. Tsotsobe, tragically he died in 1995. I was at his funeral.
Yeah.
I spoke there. You were maybe about 15 years, am I correct?
14,
15
15
years, round about there. We're still young.
Yeah.
How did you
This is what I'm saying.
Get into you?
Yeah, that. At that time, I'm not even in my teen era stage, and umama already, she was not coping. And I'm looking at my brother, my younger brother, Olunwabo, because Ulanga, as we already we fighting no longer. So Langa was not my go-to person. I'm looking at Lonwabo,
around 9 years?
Yes, I'm looking at
Around
Lonwabo,
9
and he
years.
doesn't understand what is happening. And I remember I was crying every day because I wanted my father. Because I know this guy kaloku ngumntu wam, because endlini uyakwazi uhamba nam ndedwa abashiye bonke abanye abantu. Yes, uyakwazi uvuka kusasa athathe mna siyobaleka esantini, uyakwazi uhamba nam neetshomi zakhe siyohlala kuloo ndawo neetshomi zakhe sibuye late. So I miss my man. This is my man. I miss my man. And I was very alert also ngokuwa ingcwatywa ba kungcwatywa utata apha. Unconde Balfour was there and everyone, and this
That's
guy,
a big funeral.
yes, that like I remember abantu babephaya, and they spoke well ngotata and all of that. And the fact that I know bangabana ndandibekwe emagxini xana eskorile xana kugqityiwe irugby ndibekwe emagxini kuculwe. That was my life ye-rugby. And xana kwakungekho kudala tata kwakuziwa nto engathi into lento kanene sort of like ibhakethi elincinci. Yes, linomhlaba. So kuzabekwa la mhlaba kubekwe ibhola phaya kwenze izokhatywa ifly off. That was what I was doing ela xesha utata wayedlala. So I remember that. So I'm saying to myself bangabana, maybe Nomsebenzi, you're only given that time with tata wakho. So maybe in this day and age, or whatever the case may be, it's easy for me to remember ezazinto zazi-good about him. And I think yenye yezinto eyandenza ndikwazi ukuba strong, because I know bangabana naye umthethelile. So abantu abafana nani ke ngokuxana sidibana nabe estratweni sikwazi ukuthi tata, because we knew into bangabana awukwazi ubuza umuntu uthi ibhuti Zola okanye because uba uba mdala ucinga into bana intanga yam ukonye like said Jack and all of that. We always say tata bani tata ubani. I think one khulisa kakuhle ananxa naye.
You're saying Utatago, you wanted him to fight your battles.
Yes, of course.
One of the battles that I think he would have fought for you,
like
when you were bitten by the dog, what happened? When you were coming.
No, even before that, kukho umuntu umfana apha esikolweni wayendidikile omane endifunana nam ndizibe ndiqonda ba hey ngumuntu otheni lo, and then I said tata kukho umuntu amane ndibetha ngamatye apha ofuna ndimhoye watata khazondibonisa wabethwa lo muntu ngutata wabethwa lo muntu.
I know him very well.
So yebo,
and then this episode of the dog, what happened inja ubuye esikolweni?
Dithi kulanga masingagqithi kle gap. Yabo, because kukho izinto eziyi-2 zilumayo apha. Athi ulanga bangabana no, it's okay, uzandi protector. Tata azizezi zinja ayingulanga lubalekayo. Wangishiya ndawa mna zandithini izinja. But ke zange zinlume lawe enye yayinlenqa nje because I think ndandimncinci andibhityile. So they like thought okay ngumntana because izinja nomntana ziyabathanda. Yo ndabaleka ndaya kutata. Utata waya kulanda. Wathi nangu umntanam umjongeni. So and wayenza nakulonwabo ke ngokusahlala emaxaki. Lonwabo ubabuya eWestering nesikolo. So if an accident it takes with everyone taxi.
Yes.
Utata took things personal as if udriver udecide into bangabana uzawungquba enye imoto ne. Uyofuna la driver because ulonwabo unekhathi yena ngoku apha umntana wakhe uzaba sistari, the next thing ngokufuna ngaboni intoni ingxaki yakho that because I was the only one that can talk between mama notata. Bantathi mama khathethe nomyeni wakho nakuzosenzela inhloni apha yebo. So he was just a protective man.
Yes.
I think izezo zinisi zinobe ndaniba ndithethelele kuzo man, like uxabana mhlambi ne-cousin kungathethiswana ndandiqonda ba andisamba ulutata kwi-situation ezilohlobo ndimxelele batata asithethi ngoku nobani utata wayezayisolva loo nto leyo sibe ngabantu singabo ngoku.
And then your father passed on. And then you were left with your 2 siblings. And then with your mother, a mother whose love is immeasurable, a priceless gift from God when you have a mother. And then, you had an emotional journey, the 3 of you. Can you just unpack 1 or 2 things? How strong your mother was, how she cared for you, and how she looked after you to make sure that you succeed.
Ushwangathela tata, I think utata bekhona ngoba bendifunde tech, and then he passed on, and then we had to go to St. Thomas. Umama felt that we need to go to St. Thomas at least to be able to speak English. Englishanyana.
Yes, so particular.
Yes. And then she made a decision to take Lonabo to Westering, with or without Imali. I think she just knew what she wanted with Ulonwabo. And she did great because wabona into bangabana ufuneke ngene kwi-academy, cricket academy, kwi-EB academy, sorry. Wabona into bangabana Lonwabo funeke idlale cricket, Lonwabo funeke this, funeke that. Wanyuke sehla ecenga abantu for that. Akavisikanga wangena ecenga abantu ba okay unayo unyana otheni ngohlobo nohlobo. Ulonwabo struggled to get into the cricket for udlala cricket because the expensive.
Very expensive.
I started to work kumkhuseli Jack to quickly. That is where I not stop going to further my studies, but I thought let me have a gap of pausing, just pause to help my mother because asihlala emaxaki.
Yes.
Now. Umama ke umama uphangela eLivingston akenzi akanalo inyitorho because akayonesi, she's just a clerk. Now when I started working, then it was only then sabona ke into bangabana Lonwabo naye he's faster in what he's doing and he's getting good in what he's doing. Up until we had a breakthrough ngaye Lonwabo lo, because after he was nominated or selected to represent Proteas, and everything changed for us. And Ulonwabo was the one that just said, "Thank you, Mama, for being our mom," because he had to do all the things that Utata couldn't do because he was no longer there, and Mama she had to have that break. And for Ulanga, all that he needed to do was just to be a good person, was to be an elder that is good. Oza emsebenzini abuye ajonge izinto zekhaya, ajonge izinto zamasiko, adibanise amaqoqo because kaloku asinawo amaqoqo, and Mama utshatele emaqoqweni.
Ojojo.
Yes, now every time when we want to do our rituals, Ulanga needs to be a man of the house and make sure Mama receive and get everything that she wanted. So in that way, when Atata, to answer you, is that akekho umuntu enokuthi udlale indima ngaphezu nalamfazi, and usayidlala namhlanje. Remember sinezi households zethu ngoku sonke lonwabulanga nam, but xa uphelelwe imali, the first person omcingayo ucinga umama. Mama ngicela undifakele 3,000 rand. We're talking about a person apha or yi-pensioner. She's no longer working, but uti kandinike today, I'll give it to you tomorrow. And then I'm not even asking Bangabana, where are you gonna get it? No problems, I'm definitely 3,000 rand. And then that woman uzonika ngomso. Cha ke sucimba mhlawumbi akazoyifuna qupeyile.
Oh, imali yakhe. Ulaqhasha uthile.
Uyayifuna imali yakhe. Uyayifuna
and uyifuna ngoku.
And ke ngixana uyifuna uyifake ila 3,000 rand wathi yo haya kunazi inhloni.
Kufuneka ibe
nochatha. She played a big role in our lives.
Yeah, let's be grateful to women like that.
Yes.
And you have given you joy and also truly emotional journey of losing a parent.
Yeah, and for me as a female, words of wisdom kuye naxana senendifuna uqhawuka kanye benemisindo, and then she starts to make me understand ba into yami ngohlobo yabo and all of that, and I'm just lucky.
You say you are lucky, but your star keeps on shining. You've been RIB sighting commissioner. You are a super sport analyst. You are a radio commentator. You are a model, and you are, you became the first manager again. Of the
Springbok ladies.
The Springbok ladies in New Zealand. How was that journey?
Team manager for the Springbok Women's, because I played that, ne? I played, and then when I stopped playing, immediately I went to be a team manager. So 2014, I went to France with the team that I used to play for. So some of those players I know. So it was not as tough as it was supposed to be, and because I'm a clerk at work, administration-wise, I'm very good. And
discipline.
I'm very good. Now, 2014, because we didn't play 2017, because I was still a team manager, but we didn't play. We didn't play Rugby World Cup then, and then 2021, 2022, we went to New Zealand, and then it was a different tune because there were sponsors. There's the whole country is looking at Springbok ladies and all of that.
Yeah.
Yes, and we had a new management, and some we don't know them, and we are going to be together for a month. Women together for a month. I'm telling you, Tata, there's nothing hard with same place in women. In after the third week.
Things change.
Third week, things change.
What's
Hormones
happening?
Are high.
Hallelujah.
Hormones are high. People want to go home, and
homesickness.
We everything is high.
Missing my child.
Yes. So because dine players that played with me, they understand my personality. I understand their personality. We come together. We try to rope in the new ones and make them understand, and then sometimes because I when I say I'm smart, the ones that I know they are troublemakers.
You always find those.
I make them leadership.
Oh, you give them leadership roles.
Leadership roles.
Yeah.
Then they weren't gonna be able to give me a hard
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
So, but all in all, we had a good team. That's what I was saying. Just say we had a good team, and that was a better team 2021, 2022. But this team now, 2025, is the best team that can participate in that Rugby World Cup 25.
It's quite interesting what we're saying. You know, you started around about 2004, ne?
For me, 2
female.
years. Yes, 2002, but 2004 we
2002.
started playing.
If you look at the French, the English,
Yeah.
the New Zealanders, and the Wallabies, some of those teams started having their own franchises in 1971.
Yep.
So they've been playing women rugby since then, which is they're organized. That's
It's
why
got
it's so
structure.
incredible now. You find our team in the quarters.
When we did, we were in Joburg on Sunday. So we did France versus Springbok. When I was doing my homework, I saw there it says 1970, France, they had their first professional team for sevens. 1984, they started to do contracts for the 15 aside. So it tells you 40 something odd, they already had professional team in place. And Tina, we are talking from 2006 up until 2025. We're talking about 20 whatever years. And the actual seriousness of it's only started in 2022.
Yeah.
Because the contract of these players is only 2022. So you rank South Africa ladies and how they performed, and then you look at the score, you are going to be misled. You're not going to understand. The score is nothing compared to how they were playing when we talk about irugby ke xana sesi-analyze irugby thina bantu bayaziyo because umuntu uve sikangxolo nje bangaba naye suka bebesiza kakuhle, but now ubabona betyiwa 57-10. It's the first time that we are actually putting a try with France.
I know.
By Nadine Rose. You take those, you put it in the bag. You don't take that light. For me, I was and I at the moment I froze commentator because I'm watching at the game, I'm excited, and you can't do that because kaloku you're commentator, so akwazi uba namacala.
Excitement.
Excitement.
Yeah.
Excitement. And Tata France siyayazi sonke bangabana it's the 4th in ranking yamantombazana, sing number 12.
Yes.
Look at that gap. Ye 12
It's a big-
level. It's a big gap.
one, yeah.
But abantwana bafighted up until 80 minutes waphela. They were not
No, they didn't give up.
more special second half. The
Yes,
bomb
they
squad
didn't
is
give up, yeah.
ska Swiss. Aba France sayazi bangabana ikwi 6 nations.
Yes.
Number 2 kwilanduka kwitafile.
And we don't have a Six Nations
We don't
team.
have 6 nations.
Don't have Six Nations
With
for
the only
women.
time that we actually play, we play when we have the
World
Canada
Cup,
games,
yeah.
the New Zealand that was here, and then that's it. So I took my head for those ladies, and there are youngsters. Pai Sisaya 2029, 4 years from now is 29. We're gonna have a good team. We are going to go to semi-finals up until to the finals.
Incredible. You know, if you look at Ulacha,
Yeah.
she's the first one to play abroad.
Yeah.
She's got a contract abroad, but you find that most of the other girls are not contracted
Yeah.
here at home. A bulk of them are contracted with the Bulls.
Yes. See, I think 2026, that is what we campaign for. That is what we canvass. That is what we see. Into bangabana. Even mna Nomsebenzi njengoba nje ndiwalapha e-EP bendiyi-captain ye-EP, zizinto esifuna uzicela kumanager uMpofu ba khanincedeni i-Eastern Province noba nizicontractor only 5 sizawubona umehluko because kusa squad se rugby there's about 5 players now that are abroad because Nadine ubese Japan and then uLindela Gwala was England, but I don't know this team. But ulomdana uKatha, she's with Saracens. So uyayibona nje bangabana iyanyukela.
Yes.
Umike Gunter from Bulls uyaya na uya overseas kwi England team. We are saying there is something that they see because players is Springbok that is good, and most of these players bakwi Bulls And if Bulls can be able to do what they are doing, yes, bona banemali, bane ngxowa in terms of money, but let us also go back apha kuthi sijonge uba ngabana maybe what is it that we are doing wrong. Are we scared to support these ladies, or are we not scared but we don't understand? Because maybe it's not even being scared, maybe we don't understand how powerful if besinobane women's rugby contracted and eza kuthiwa iyawina mhlawumbe ingazisisela ntoni na.
Would you say your dream is alive? Being the first, you started Hilltop,
yes,
you know, and then look now what is happening. There's Kwaru, you know, women's rugby.
Bombers,
How many teams is in province?
Kukho iJaguar, abantwana abancinci abarepresente under 20 kwiJaguar eMotherwell, kukho iKwaru, kukho iBombers, kukho iZwide, kwakukho iGardens kudala, kwakukho iCrusaders kudala, kwakukho iHilltop kudala. Also ezo zaphela. But tata iphupha kuye kutshiwo kaloku uba alifi umnini esaphila. So ndiyafuna ukuthi bangabana kwakunyanzelekile kube khona umuntu oqalayo, and ndiyavuya into bangabana lo muntu wayiqalayo usekhona ndisekhona and ndise-active, because akho nto ibuhlungu nento bangabana sikhangelwe. Bendinominki incwadi
Yes.
Ebaleni izolo, because uyi-Empire. Ndathi kuye endibalisela ngento bana ebebone utata uMbulelo Ngindane ePort Alfred bekungcwatywa uDaphne Skeppers.
Yes.
Utata uMbulelo recognized uMinki, wathi uyamkhumbula noba akazomazi igama lakhe but uyamkhumbula. Ndathi how did that feel, Minki? Because it means then khange akutshintshanga, because kaloku uba butshintshile utata bengazokurecognize. Wathi uMinki, it felt so good. So ndizama ukuthi tata bana akho ndimandi no recognizwa, akho ndimandi ngobonwa into bana you noba ngabana zange ninikwe i-recognition then, but iyabonakala ngoku laa nto naniyiqalile, because for the first time in history of Springbok Women's Rugby kuthiwa singene kwi-quarter finals. Siyagqiba lokuthiya kwipool yethu. After sigqibe udlala i-third match siyapakisha, bekusapha bayapakisha abantwana ngoku basaphoze babalapha eSouth Africa
sebebhukishelwe ne-flight.
Yes. And for some reason uhlobo it was always designed, we already had bookings are going back.
Yes.
But ngoku I'm sure sit into, because we qualified immediately sesityela Italy
Quarter finals.
Yes.
Against the Black Fans.
No, we qualified to Italy.
Italy, and said we're going to play against the Black Fans.
Yes. Uba besitye iFrance besizawudlala nelantuka ne-Ireland sibe ku-1. And ke ngoku baske bathi abantu confident too much xana ndisithi you can't predict irugby ungekaqala udlale impempe engekatsho ba-prep iqala imatch ube sosithi iteam ityiwe. There can be so many things enokwenzeka kwi-New Zealand. Mhlawumbi coach we-New Zealand angathi in fact zonke i-game changers zam i-playmakers zam mandiziyeke makhe ndizibeke ecaleni aphinda afake la Black Fans ebezise apha eSouth Africa, which is besityile leya. So what if sinoyitya?
You are a role model and a mentor to many girl children. What's your advice to these girl children, to a girl child? What's your advice? You know, because many of them, I'm not telling. Look how many times when you looked at your father, you admired him and you followed him, and then you became more or less bigger than him, being the first captain, way before Usia Kolisi for that matter. You know, and you know, you are a pioneer. You are there. How would you advise girl children? Because it's so important. We capture these children and put them in nurseries and nurture them and make sure they have a better future.
Tata, I've got a raw and straightforward answer to say no one cares. No one is listening. If you are not going to have a dream and follow and wake up and be in that dream and work on it, on that dream, then you are not going to go far. I knew what I wanted. So you must, and you are
Yes.
Upupe uyibone le nto ne, and then follow it up. Wake up and follow it up. Asina complaina tata ngoku sithi cause resources andikwazi uyiqala because andinabus fare yokuya. Make means abantu baza kufumana phambili. Kunzima kumntu wonke ngoku, but a girl child ngoku needs to wake up because things change.
Wake up and smell the coffee.
Do you? Do you? That's my into, because and kwazi ulinda ngokutata ndithi ndasolokelwa ngutata and utata uZola wayethe uzanika ii-cocks. Utata uZola unezinto ezininzi. Go kutata uZola and then utata uZola uzawubona uba utyhini userious lo mntana, yabo. So what I'm trying is to stand up and do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stand up and do it for yourself. It's important, in many ways.
Yeah.
Because as a girl child, you find that some are drop out of school and then they don't know where to go. They end up becoming other things that we can imagine. We didn't imagine that they'll be. But look who you are at the moment. At your age, you are still in mint condition since those days, which is quite incredible.
Thanks.
And how you have looked after yourself. Your role in society, how would you define your role in society at the moment?
I don't know. Ininzi data ngohlobo lobana everywhere I go, whether ngoku yabona nje manje besidlala i-match ye-netball, is ingathi when we were talking to those kids sibaxelele into bangabana sanojonga ba bendlala i-rugby. I'm here now at the age of 47. I'm continuing to play sport, and this is what you need to do. I-role yami doesn't only end data kwindaba yobangabana ndikwi-sport only. I-role yami is Nomsebenzini also, where I mentor the interns that come in to UHR. It doesn't also end there. There's a school opposite mna Westering. There's youngsters as many as apart because bahlapha ngebus, and then I always find myself asking bangabana, what is it that motivates you now? Unezi subject unazo, but what do you think ucinga uba ufuna ukwenza ntoni nangazo? Yabo ndibuze ke ngoku over and above extramural activities umuntu azenzayo. Ndifanele bangabana abantwana abaninzi abasidlala sport, and then I wanted to find out why. Indima yam mna luphuhliso, I think luphuhliso nokuthi nokwenza umuntu understand into bangabana whether uyayenza okanye akuyenza, but ukhona umuntu ozayenza for wena. Whether uyahlala uyacomplaina, ndifuna uyazi into bangabana akekho umuntu ozakumamela because abantu babhizi. So it's either uyakwazi ukuphakama uzenzele because akekho umuntu ozawuyenza for wena.
When you are wearing this green and gold, how do you feel? Because it's when I wear mine, uplifting, and also a realization of the dreams and prayers of my parents.
Akukwazi no sela ngayo tata lento xa unxibile uthi uzawubamba ibhiya okanye usayida usele ngayo. That's how much you respect this jacket, this blazer. Eyami blazer tata ngiyaka 2006 le uyibonayo. Now and again yayiqala yayibhalwe Springbok player, yayingenayo this thing. And then yes, and then yaphinda yabhalwa Springbok Women, kwabhalwa manager. And then yaphinda yakhathwa ke yabhalwa Springbok Women because I had to go to the Rugby World Cup 2021, play 2022. This is le blazer. So ndakhe ndaqhekezelwa endlini eDwesi. So batata medals, batata and everything, and they missed this blazer.
Wow.
And when I was crying, I was trying for this blazer because I couldn't care if bas started blazer and everything else. That okay blazer yam, because you can't really go and buy it data, and you can't uyithunge uthi uyayitunga siza kunika back Nomsebenzi no because ndayinxiba kwi-country ezininzi because bendidlalela ilizwe lam ngale place. That's how important this plays for me.
When we look at the prognosis of the future, sijonge ikamva elizayo, how do you see women rugby progressing? Do you think there are possibilities, or it's just a once-off thing when there's a World Cup with these girls now doing wonders? Because some of them are not contracted who are playing there. Some are contracted, some are playing overseas.
For the first time, we just said now, for the first time, we've won the World Cup. Sorry, we qualified for a quarterfinals. I always said, Getata, that people want to associate themselves with the winning team.
Success.
Yes. No businessman, no company that can sponsor a team that always lose. Now, these girls, they're going to come back. These ladies, not girls, these ladies, they're going to come back to South Africa. There's a whole lot of things that are waiting for them. Some, they're going to be sponsored by these Puma, Nike, Adidas. Endorsements. And FNB is still going to put more money into this team because they can see how they can see bangabana baya kwipi direction. There's a winning mindset now in this women's rugby, and we must understand this is a young team. So going forward, I know for a fact that whether it's SA Rugby, whether it's Super Sport, that's going to show more of women's rugby. Because remember, a girl child at school, because in primary there's no school, there's no development of women's rugby. So immediately they see the players that are playing currently in the Rugby World Cup, and they see it on TV, on advertisements and all of that. That speaks volumes. And then the young child at home, she will want to play the sport. Now, they will understand that you get sponsors, you get money in women's rugby. You get to be endorsed, you get sponsorship.
It's a career.
It's a career. You're going to get Bulls, the player of the year, they get Isuzu, they get to drive Isuzu for 6 months or so. That's how things are changing to a better future for Springbok ladies. As I'm saying to you, Dadabana, how a women's team played international games with top-tier teams, something that never happened before. It shows that they are confident enough, Ngoku as a Rugby, to put money in this team. And that is why they are playing like they are playing now, because the exposure, the experience, it's there in that team. So 2026, we're going to have more games in South Africa, and they're going to have to go abroad again and play with those good teams. For me, I think it's going to be, it's opening doors for the ladies. And 2029, I'm saying 2029, I said good, better, best team. I don't know after best what is it, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a huge team.
1995 was the last time there was a World Cup here, World Rugby Cup for males. Do you envisage that we'll ever get a female women's World Rugby Cup in South Africa?
Because we qualified for quarterfinals. If 2029 we can go to semis and all of that, I think we can have one because obviously they want to go.
2029, where are we going?
2029, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know yet. Yeah. But all I know that in Indobana, we will be given a chance because kule Rugby World Cup koko bekethwa ngeziphumbok ladies bayatsho ukuthi bakhula abantwana. Ne but zange bayibona physicality engakaya kwi-team ye-Springbok, and inye into esime ngayo and esibuya ngayo zi-quarterfinals.
Yeah, it's quite interesting because you guys, when you started, you never spent a year to prepare.
No.
This team spent the whole year preparing and playing friendlies.
When we played, we went to the World Cup, first World Cup 2006. It was in Canada. When I started to be the
Captain.
the captain to lead the team to the World Cup. I think 2005 we played. Look, we played Wales 2004. 2005 we went to the UK and played England and Wales 2005. 2006 we played Netherlands, I think in June, because in August, September we were going to that Rugby World Cup. So we only played twice and then that's it. Between those months, it will be a training camp, but a training camp only once in 3 months, because they were still. I'm not saying they were wrong or anything, but it was okay at that time because they were introducing this thing.
Yeah. From me to you, what are you doing in netball? What are you doing in netball? Pushing and bumping against ladies who are 54 years old. What are you doing? What's happening there? Just tell us.
But no, because I'm working for the Department of Health now, there's a department, employees wellness. So they've asked if we can group people together from GAs, nurses, doctors, whoever, come together, play.
I love to bump a doctor.
So I said, no, we can make a team.
Yeah.
Like we can make it. So we do this WhatsApp and all, and then we created a group and said, guys, we're having a game at St. Albans, we're having a game at NMMU. Now I find myself in between because I love sport.
Yes.
Then I said, well, I'll play. Now I forgot the whole, the rules
netball thing.
The rules that if you are a GD, you don't cross over the certain lines and all of that. And then I started to be frustrated. And also...
You're used to scoring.
Yes. And also you can't bump a person because it's a contact. And also you can't be close because you're too close. So you are penalized with that. So I had to rearrange myself and my mind to say, hey, Nomsebenzi, you're playing netball.
So they're complaining that you're bumping them.
And I'm rough. Rough. But I'm enjoying it.
Nomsebenzi, it's been a wonderful kind of thing to have you, in the Legends Kraal, an amazing platform for us to exhale and talk freely and enjoy ourselves, because life is about conversations and partnerships where you talk about things and that happened then and things that are happening now and make some suggestions, which is all what we're doing here is just that. What we normally do when we rap, we ask you, because you are also now fall in that category of being a ball.
So you
can sign our ball of fame.
Okay.
Ball of fame. Being the first woman. Yes, being the first woman. The second one can come around, and then thereafter we sign the flag. This flag is a symbol of this flag is a symbol for patriotism, which is a great moment for you. For that, thank you very much. Everything of the best now and in the future. Thank you. Thank you for gracing 11th Kraal.
Thank you so much.